Yo, to the sound crew, if the microphone cuts out, I'm not dancing for nothing. So keep that microphone on. All right, I'm John Akpata. I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I'm a spoken word artist, I'm a member of the Marijuana Party, I'm the peace officer for the Marijuana Party. I ran in 5 federal elections, never came close to winning, but I met lots of politicians and lots of lawyers and lots of cops, lots of journalists, and I've done some art education, I've done a lot of things. Ottawa's been very, very good to me. I grew up in Windsor, Ontario. Yeah! I grew up in Windsor, Ontario, and when I was a little boy, my mom used to take me and the whole family to watch Detroit burn. And my mom used to explain things to me about racism in the United States. And then my mom, when I was a little boy, she made me watch Gandhi. I was like 10. I had to watch this boring 3.5-hour movie about British colonial racism in India. And how does that apply to me and my West Indian Guyanese mom? Yeah. So, it's very difficult for me to be here. Well, let me back up. If you could see what I see from here, we are in Ottawa, Canada. We are on unceded Algonquin territory. And this particular place is the Dalai Lama's Human Rights Memorial, which does not have an address in Canada. This is a United Nations monument to the world. So right here, right now, we are not in Ottawa, we are on planet Earth, and the whole world is watching. And this is a beautiful crowd. You people look fantastic. I got a job to do. I got a lot of work to do. First of all, is John Akpata. Everybody knows who I am. People voted for me, baby. It's all good. People know me, the cops know me, and they leave me alone now because I filed a complaint against them a few years ago when I was in the market with some poetry friends. We were at a show, we were going to get on stage, went around the corner to burn a little something, and we heard chaos around the corner. We watched the police brutally beat a man. So I pulled out my cell phone to film it, and another police officer tried to take it away from me. I talked my way out of it, filed a complaint, found a lawyer, called CBC, said to my friend that's a lawyer, hey, you want to be on TV and get paid? Cops beat the hell out of somebody and I'm filing a complaint. We went to court, and the person that was going to go to jail for a year was acquitted. Total stranger. I did it because I thought it was the right thing to do. Is the mayor here? Is Jim Watson here?
Jim Watson, where's Jim?
No. Is the chief of police here? Slowly. I like him, give him a chance. Is the prime minister here? Prime Minister Blind Spot, is he around anywhere? Catherine McKenna, my federal representative, is Catherine McKenna here?
No. Where's Mr. Blackface?
Is Joel Harden here? Is Joel Harden here? Is Kathleen McKinney here?
Oh, no.
So none of my federal representative, my provincial representative, and my municipal representative are not here.
No.
They're not here.
They don't care.
So maybe I'll just bring my message to you.
Yes.
And you can pass it around.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Take it. I'll take
Okay.
it.
First of all,
Why are you laughing?
I don't like arguing with people. And I don't like fighting with people. So don't argue with me. And don't fight with me. I'm going to give you some good advice. I'm going to give you 5 books to read.
5 books?
5 books to read. When people say, oh, racism doesn't happen in Canada, the police don't do that over here, and you can't blah, 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 blah. Number 1, and these are great books. Number 1, Fear of a Black Nation by David Austin. It's about Canada in the 1960s. Civil rights movement in the States, fires in Montreal. Read that book. The second book is Disarming Intervention by Chantal Annis. And this book is about how in Canada, police use non-lethal weapons like tear gas until they kill somebody. And then they use tasers until they kill somebody. And they were supposed to not use guns, so now they choke people to death and kill people. So you have to read this book, Disarming Intervention, so you can understand how the police are constantly asking for new weapons and new tools to disarm you, but not kill you. Right? They're constantly asking for that. Another one is Cops, Crime, and Capitalism by Todd Gordon, professor at University of Toronto. And it talks about how, and we all know this because of the pandemic and the cities are all broke because the cops ain't finding anybody, because one of the roles of the police is just to generate revenue for the city by giving them fines and tickets.
Thank you.
And you gotta know how that system works. You gotta read Cops, Crime, and Capitalism by Todd Gordon. You gotta read The Color of Justice by David Tanovich. He's a law professor at University of Windsor. And he goes through the history of the racism from the police in Canada. Read the book, Color of Justice. There's one more book that I think everyone should read. It's called The Black Book of Canadian Foreign Policy. If you think America and England and Israel do some dastardly things overseas, brothers, sisters, I got news for you. The government of Canada does stuff internationally that we should all be ashamed of, whether it's Haiti or Cote d'Ivoire or Nigeria or South Africa. They're doing stuff all over the world that we should not let them do. All right, all right. The elephant in the room. Does everyone know what the elephant in the room is? Yes, we're all here today because of what happened in the States. Yes, we're all here today because we're fed up and we're tired. Me personally, I wasn't even going to come here today because I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I've been angry since Rodney King. I am sick and tired of seeing this over and over and over again. And as a writer, as a poet, as a musician, I'm supposed to create things that make people happy. I'm supposed to bring joy to the world. Right? But it's impossible to create. It's impossible to be joyful. It's impossible to be thoughtful. It's impossible to be intelligent and articulate when you're so very angry. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. What are you going to do with your anger? We're here today because two young people from Ottawa decided, hey man, we need to organize something. People are going to listen to us and we'll see what they have to say. And look around at this crowd and realize where you are. The elephant in the room is this. The police are never, ever, under any circumstances, supposed to kill anyone. Ever. No matter what. It's a tough job. It's a difficult job. When they beat Abdirahman Abdi to death on a Sunday afternoon, people said, well, he sexually assaulted someone, and he committed a crime, and he ran from the police, and he fought the police. Okay, your job is to arrest him. And take him to the police station, and take his picture, and take his fingerprints, and take him to court without a scratch on him. So that the people that he hurt will be able to go to court and get their justice. But there is no justice if you kill the suspect. That's not your job. Your job, difficult as it may be, is to apprehend criminals and bring them to justice. It is not part of your job description to choke people to death, or taser them to death, or shoot them, or run them down with your cars. That's not supposed to happen. So everyone that is here, you got a homework assignment, you got 5 books to read, and you got to promise me this. promise me this. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you're doing, when you see the police and they got their lights on, you film them. You don't ever let it slide. Never, ever, ever. Don't ever let it slide. If you're on your way to school, you're gonna be late. If you're on your way to work, you're gonna be late. If your sweetheart is waiting for you with the candles and everything, you're gonna be late. Because when I see the police, I film them. And if they do something really, 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 really good, you film that too. So my challenge is to the police, and my challenge is to all of you, to always film the police. And when they do something really, really bad, yo man, I watched on my Facebook for about the past 10, 11 days, I got a sick sense of humor. Some stuff made me laugh. I cheered for the wrong things. I saw fire and I said, yeah, that's what you get, man. That's what you deserve. One more book that I would recommend is James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time. We have marched peacefully, we have protested, we have had petitions, we have appealed, we have spoken to our political leaders. My political leaders aren't even here. We have done everything that we can do to make sure that our voice is heard loud and clear. And when they don't listen, and they reject you, and they rebuke you, and they dismiss you, and they try to trample on you, and they even kill you, eventually, you're gonna bring the fire next time. And I don't think that anybody took a knee, and I don't think that any political leader said, okay, we're gonna listen, we gotta stop this, no, we're gonna listen. It wasn't because of anything other than they brought the fire this time. So now that they're ready to listen to you, don't send me. Don't send me. Send someone smarter than me. Send someone more intelligent than me. Send someone more reasonable than me. Send someone that's got more patience than me to sit down with these people that don't even want to listen to us and tell them that they've got to change their system and they got to change their ways. And I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I could stand up here and talk about problems all day until I'm blue in the face. I have a solution. I have a solution. I thought it up all by myself. When the police kill someone, they should be suspended without pay. Very simple. I personally believe that any police officer that person is legally in your care and in your custody. You are legally responsible for the health and well-being of that person. When you are a prisoner, they have to feed you. They can't torture you. They can't beat you. They have to recognize your human rights. This is a human rights memorial. They have to recognize your human rights. They must recognize your human rights. So when the police violate your human rights, when they kill someone, they should be suspended without pay. And you people have to decide whether you're going to be peaceful and stay beautiful, or if you're going to bring the fire next time. Thank you.
That was John. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. Make sure you read all those books.